I do have tea from the fan fiction community that I've brought with me today. And I
Ooh,
specifically saved a thread off of Twitter because, and I'm not joking, we currently have an AI fan fiction problem.
I was
You
gonna
seen
talk to you
that? You
about this.
seen that? Yeah.
Yeah.
So apparently, people are making AI fan fictions. And I have the thread, so it's going to be easier to talk through what's going on, what's happening. And then we could talk about some
Perfect.
of the people's like criticisms, even though they're stupid. But so people are making AI fan fiction through Claude and then
Mhm.
pasting it from Claude directly into AO3.
Yeah,
And a skin
yeah,
has been made that reads the HTML left over from that Claude copy and paste and goes,
yeah,
"This is from AI." And it turns
yeah.
the screen bright red. And a lot of Stranger Things, a lot of heated rivalry fan fictions are getting clocked. Can I say though, one of my things is I've never understood the point of having fan fiction for a story where the gay relationship happens. I'm kind of a
Yeah. I
I'm
guess it's like
seeing
you
it.
want more material, but it's like, how could you want more?
I
You
don't.
have to
What
hold
more could
up.
you want?
Right.
I'm like, what more
What?
could you possibly want? But I am gonna pull up the. I have the thread on my phone. I'm gonna pull up the thread. John Doe. Oh my God, they're a heated rivalry fan too. Says unequivocal proof of AI Claude generated content is buried in its HTML and can be found across fandoms and a number of well known fanfics on Archive of Our Own. That was another thing. A lot of very popular fan fictions popping up. Did you know there are some fan fictions with their own Discord servers?
Cool. I mean, I they're like the most popular fan fiction has like millions of reads and
I
views. So I guess it makes
know.
sense, but I never
But
thought about it.
still, right? It's like still. I read a fan fiction, I go, that was really good. I leave a kudos. Maybe I'll leave a comment that's like, I love how you wrote the characters. Maybe.
Right.
But most of the time, my extent to engaging with the author is leaving a kudos, maybe bookmarking it, and I go about my day. You gave me food. Thank you very much. I leave.
Right. I think it's because it's like, I don't know, people will sensationalize, like, they will like make anybody a big person in their mind. I'm like, the average writer of a fan fiction is just like some like 20-year-old kid or like some like 16-year-old kid in
Yeah,
their
it's
parents'
like
house. So
what? The
why
ages.
do I need to talk to that person?
Like, thank you. I think the best part about fandom is this like kind of transient ability of like everyone's putting in, and there are greedy bitches who like they eat and they eat and they eat, they leave, they don't give anything, and I like them. You need a consumer, and there are people who give so much, but quite frankly, there's no one who's like owed anyone anything. You don't
No,
owe anyone anything in this. It's a community type situation. You give
but
what you can, you take what you want. Everybody leaves, and we have a good day. Why can't we just leave it at that? Everybody, and it's kind of on top of this, and I think it's more of a discussion we have after finishing the thread of like the AO3 like is where you find some of the best pieces of literature ever written. We should have never started saying that shit. Once you gas these niggas up, everybody wants to be gassed up, and some people can't
yeah.
write. I've read dog shit on AO3. I've read
And
mediocre shit on
and we
AO3.
need to read on show AO3.
I
It's an
love reading dog
archive.
shit.
It's not like it's not you're not gonna not everything's gonna be a gem. Why would it be? There are like untrained writers, scam
Yeah,
ranking. It's not like you're dealing with like real published authors all the time on the site.
exactly. And I'm not dissing anyone for making dog shit. I think that that is your prerogative. But I also think that like gassing niggas up like they're like Maya Angelou because they're
Right.
writing on AO3. You're this is what caused it, cuz the only you don't even get paid for fan fiction. You are literally doing this for clout. You're
Right.
making
Not
AI fix
literally.
for clout. That is all you're getting paid in. Do you not feel insane? I just
And
don't
then
get
like
it.
it gets turned on you. If somebody finds out that it's fucking AI, first off, what's the purpose of AI fan fiction? I thought the whole point was that niggas were writing it. Like I kind of thought that was the whole
And
gimmick.
like am I insane? Like I delve in fan fiction, and no one will ever know those accounts because I'd rather be shot dead in front of my mother. But I do dabble. I create fan fiction here and there. The point is that I do it because it's fun and I like writing and I like the characters. What else? What, like, if you don't like writing, why are you doing this? I guess.
Right. Like, what do you get out of it if you don't like
Glenn
writing?
Cloud, fandom cloud.
But is it clout though? Because if you were saying like, "Oh, I'm a clout chaser," it would make sense if you were like going on TikTok, like, "Go read my fan fiction."
There are people who do that on Twitter and Tumblr. That's the thing. There are people who like they keep your AO3 account in your thing, and whenever you post, people go and see it. There are some there are a few fan fiction writers who I've found on Twitter who I've clicked on their page. It's decent every once in a while.
I mean, I guess it makes sense, but it's like, how much clout can you have if no one knows it's you? I guess like
That's fair,
if
but
a tree falls in the forest, it doesn't make a sound if no one's there to
the
hear it. Like, it's like, does it matter? Like, what's the clout for real? No one knows it's you. No one, you're not gonna be walking down the street like, oh my god, that's Draco Malfoy 3000. Like, that's not. Oh,
well,
girl, like that's
yeah,
not.
the big issue is though that like everything's online now. And if you're hyper online, like a lot of people who are engaging with this, if you're hyper uber online, you're probably just like it's just attention. You're getting online attention. That's enough.
Yeah, which is fair. That's fair.
Okay, but the next thing in the thread says when a Claude generated response is pasted directly into AO3 from Claude, the text is wrapped by a Claude injected code font Claude response body. Its presence indicates the use of Claude definitively. Its absence does not rule it out. Damn, they said it could still be AI slop, even if I don't find that shit.
Right.
Below is one example of how the code fragment manifests in the HTML source code on AO3 and how desktop users are able to access the window. We have a site skin that flags fix containing the code by turning the page red. You can't see that. Maybe I'll try to get a
No, I
picture
can
of
see it.
it.
I can see.
Yeah, it turns the screen bright red when they figure out that that Claude code is there. The following link leads to our complete findings, the site scan, an appendix of work that contain Claude code fragment and copies of the reference fix. Oh my god. Wait, I'm gonna look up the drive of the fix. I wanna see what's in there. Okay, hold up. So one of them is Half of Forever, I Buried My Heart With You by Amaretta. They're not saying fandoms. I want fandoms.
And those.
I want to
Because
know.
I was
Apparently,
seeing heated rivalry, but I'm sure there's a good amount of fandom. So
a lot of heated rivalry, a lot of Stranger Things, specifically Byler. Yeah, they're not going to tell you fandoms, which I find a little disappointing. I feel like I should be allowed to be a shitter. So there are some people's criticisms of this as well, of this as a whole, where people are like, it's so hard though. Like, you don't understand how hard it is to be a writer. I put the ideas into Claude because I have the ideas, but I can't write. Then you're not a writer. Can I
I'm
just
not a writer,
say, I can,
right? Like,
like, I'm a painter, but you don't understand. Like, it's so hard to paint things on a canvas. Well, like,
but
I guess you don't paint.
even then, if you're like, I'm a painter, but it's hard to like have good art, and you just had trash art, you would still be a painter. You thinking of, and by the way, it's not like you're doing like Wattpad, right? It's not like you're like, oh, here's two people who've never existed, basically. And I'm gonna make a story about these two people. No, you're taking media from somewhere else, inputting a fake plot line into plot, and that is producing a work of fiction. You're not even doing the thinking work, really, because Claude has that entire thing of fiction to take from that you put it. It's not like you're doing any of the thinking or legwork.
Again, it's the thing of like AI art of like, but at least AI art, I can maybe understand in the context of the fact that learning how to do art, no, I can't get it. I'm not going to get it. And I just don't have the type of brain that, like, when I see something cool, my immediate response is, why can't I do that? And then to start crying like a little bitch. I think that
Right.
that's what you have to have at the base of you to, like, doing
I
this.
understand sometimes. Here for a sec. One of my friends, she's using AI now. And there's nothing me or my other friend can do to explain to her as to why it does not make any sense to use. But she'll use it to like, the other day she sent a picture of herself in a group chat of her as a man. And I'm like, where she is she's like in the very beginning of where generative AI was, where people are like, here's Barack Obama and like MLK shaking hands. And it's like, I guess I could come to an understanding about this, but I still don't understand why Barack Obama and MLK shaking hands is worth like losing drinking water. You know what I mean?
It's gonna take a lot to convince me. That's my other thing. You're writing about Shane Hollander getting his hole blown out, which you could watch the show to see, or read the book, and it's like killing a small town in Minnesota. What are we doing? What have we come to as a society?
Wait, and it's like I don't understand like what. And it's like, okay, Bible, right? You supposed to, you were queer baited. You really were. It was never. It is very understandable to be like, oh, it's clear that Tyler really liked him and that it was unreciprocated. But you were never going to get them as a couple because he has had a main love interest as a woman the entirety of the show. So it was never going to happen for you. And I can understand that sadness. And that's why fan fiction literally exists.
I was gonna say that's the point. What I don't really get.
Why are you putting it into Claude to get there? This is not a small niche show. There are hundreds of thousands of people writing fan fiction about these two men. Why do you need AI to do it for you?
It's like,
and then it's like, okay, if you're not a writer, you're not a writer. Like, I don't like to read fan fiction. I don't like to write things. So what do I get out of making an AI fan fiction? If it's not for reading purposes, it's for putting it out purposes. Like, I don't understand, what does that do? And I guess it's like attention, people like interacting with your posts, but it's like, what happens when you get found out and now you're just a weirdo?
Now you're just a weirdo. Because my thing is, right, you could have written this and kept it to yourself.
Right.
You could have, I have come across fics that have been like enhanced with AI, or I used AI to do this. You could have written that, posted and put that. I wouldn't have fucking touched it. I know a lot of people who wouldn't have fucking touched it, so you wouldn't have got that clout. But you could have done that. But to put it up and pretend, to front,
right. like you
wrote it. Are you serious? Are you
right.
serious? That's another thing. It's like, you want to write, but you don't want to put in the time to like be a good writer. You know, I'm not even like, writing is hard. Creative shit's hard. But the point is that you're supposed to do it, and by doing it, you improve. And that's kind of some of the fun of it. Is it not? What are we doing? What fun do you get from this, I guess? I mean, I get the attention, but when you slap this idea into Claude does all the work of plotting out scenes, making characters feel like they're talking to each other, getting the dynamics. Like, what are you gain? You don't, like, this. This isn't fun. Not to mention, AI written shit, it's just not that good, and you can always. It's just not that good. It's like mediocre. I probably have read some AI fics and been like, okay, that was fine. I'm not going on a witch hunt. If you've attempted to deceive me, you're the bad person, and I refuse to feel stupid. But
it's also like, you can't get like the depth of human emotion out of a computer. Like, this is like Detroit Become Human level understanding. Like, you cannot get human emotion from a computer. There's no software in the world that will provide you human emotion and thinking. There is no computer with no amount of RAM that's going to create a hippocampus. Girl, the human mind is complex. You're never going to get an amazing story out of AI. It won't happen because you cannot put human joy or human sadness or human anger in it. You can't. And the only reason the pieces of media that we're taking from fan fiction is good is because humans are writing it and humans are acting it and
Exactly.
humans are directing it and humans are producing it. It's the only reason.
And you wonder why so many fics feel so vapid and like with lacking of any depth. And it's like, yeah, the robots are writing it, brother. But also, like, I just, what? It's supposed to be shit. Like, am I crazy?
Right.
I used to read Wattpad with the understanding that it was shit from an ass. I used to
Yeah.
click the comments of a particularly egregious chapter, and everybody would be like, "What? This is
What are we
terrible. Like,
reading?
what are we
Yeah.
talking about?" And that was a part of it. We're all terrible. We're all like unprofessional idiots typing at a computer, making mediocre to terrible writing. And it's fun. That's a part of the fun. Like, why did you and even if you make the good shit, when you make the good shit, you still have the understanding of like, can't post
I'm on
this.
a shit from ass website, but it's also the people that make the good shit on like Wattpad are normally people who like get a book produced somehow, and now that piece of
I've
media is
seen the
behind the
Wattpad
paywall.
books. They're shit.
Bad, right?
Shit.
But a good out of the Wattpad, those people aren't like doing a AI fan fiction anymore. You know, like you've done something else now. But it's also like, well, why would it? Why do they want it to be good? Like it's part of the culture that's bad. It's part of the culture that it's a bunch of novices and children writing writing pieces of fan fiction for us all to enjoy. That's the whole point that it's good. That's the whole point that it's enjoyable. If it was too good, it'd be like, well, why wouldn't I just go watch TV? Or why wouldn't I just go to a library and grab a book?
Exactly.
Like if once you hit like, oh, this is really good, then you start to be like, this person should just write books. This person should just make characters. This person shouldn't be taking from a different source to write about anymore. Like,
I don't,
so
and I think though, if you're making good fan fiction, I don't think that there's like a you have to monetize your hobby type shit. I
no,
just
no,
think it's rare. Can I be honest?
it's
Everyone wants
very
to act
rare.
like it's
You don't
like
have to monetize it,
common.
but it's like,
It's not.
if you're gonna be if you're a really good, really good fan fiction writer, you're probably like a really good like anything else writer, and
Yeah.
maybe a lot of your talents could be put to something of better use. But it's like even still, it's like I don't. It's a dime in a dozen when you run across a fucking piece of fan fiction, even on AO3, and you're like, wow,
Yeah.
this is crazy.
Usually
And
it's the
even
older
still,
works.
right? And even still, you can only hold that person to a high enough standard because they got all of these characters from somebody else's mind. You can only go so far. Yeah, they're a really good writer, down. But they got the characters from Attack on Titan, one of the best animes on the planet.
Pretty
So
good base to
yeah,
build off of.
yeah. Frankly, when we read all the ones that are bad, it's like this is kind of a disservice to the anime.
Sometimes
This
you're
is a
reading.
great.
That's why the added characters is like the tag is always pretty egregious. Where you're like, he wouldn't fucking say that. You're wrong. It's like, I don't know, man. You had a pretty good base. I don't know how you fucked it.
Like how
But
would
even
you
if you
how
do,
would
it
you
doesn't matter
start
because that's what fanfiction is. It's shitty
with
amateurish
clear
writing.
concepts? You take fucking Full Metal Alchemist. How can you make Greed and Lean bad? You had
Oh, I'd be
literally like
crushed if there were some Greedling fan fictions in there. I'd have been
maybe run.
inconsolable. Inconsolable.
But it's like you had a god tier level base to go off of. So you writing it really well. It's like, oh, that's so great. You're such a good fiction writer. With that being said, you had like gold in your hands when you began.
You're not like turning water into wine. You're turning like grapes into wine. It's fine, but
Right.
like,
You're like, oh yeah, you're just doing the next stage of this already good thing. But if you're turning it bad, if you're doing like, oh, I had a bunch of oranges, now they're all moldy. It's like
You want to drink my mold juice? And sometimes I want to drink mold juice. I'm not going to
So
pretend like I don't drink mold juice.
I do, and often. But those people aren't masquerading like they've turned those oranges into orange wine. They're not acting like they're acting like they gave you mold juice, which they did.
Which I
So
respect.
if you're doing an AI, you're basically giving me the mold juice, and I'm supposed to think it's wine.
And this like AI shit, it's like and then you wonder why every single time people were like, here's how to make your fan fiction better written, here's how to make your grammar better, here's how to improve your craft, everyone was real fucking defensive. Because you're not writing any of this.
Right.
Because you don't want to get better. How are you getting defensive when people tell you to fix your grammar about shit you're not writing? That's that.
Right.
What are we doing?
Next level. And you know what? I was talking about this. I hate it. I was talking about this in the Love Island, and I was like, so it's impressive that there's an entire host of people on this planet making shit up and then getting mad on behalf of the shit they made up. It's like insane to watch in person. Someone completely rewrite history on something and then get mad about that thing. And that happens in too many fandoms, in too many
Yeah.
different organizations and people.
Yeah.
Are there people making shit up and then getting furious
And nobody
about what
wants
they
to
made up?
check. Nobody wants to make sure. There's like this famous F1 Twitter text post where someone writes, I can't believe he said that blank is the most disgusting, horrible person he's ever met in his life. Someone underneath says, did he really say that? And then they go, no, but it was in his tone. Everybody's that motherfucker going, no, but it was in his tone. And then everybody's taking his first thing where he's lying and going, this must be correct. I won't check.
Right. It's like, what the fuck is going? You're making AI stories, and then when people are reading them and are like, "Oh, this is bad," you're like, "How dare you? You didn't even write it.
You did, like, what are you defensive about?
You're
Claude?
making it up." Or when people were mad that people were like, "Oh no, you can't tag like fluff, romantic comedy, these two characters, and then you go to read the fan fiction and it's that do not eat. Like you can't do shit like that. It's an archive for a reason. It's organized. Like we have it organized.
Like, I don't.
And they're like furious, like, oh, this is my first time on publishing work. You're discouraging people from publishing work. Lo and behold,
Follow the fucking rules, you dumb
You're
fuck.
putting it into AI and barely reading it and then creating the text for fan fiction and uploading it. So you made something up 3 times over, and you're mad at us.
It's so fucking ridiculous. Like, and it's like, and then my least favorite thing about, like, I will say fandom spaces where we get the like hyper nerds. Like, if you're writing AI, you're probably a bit of a hyper nerd. I mean, if you're writing fan fiction, you're probably a bit of a hyper nerd. There's a level of autism there where everyone thinks my favorite thing is me as a person. And if you criticize my thing, you're criticizing me as a person. And so it's like, my favorite AI fanfiction is me as a person. My AI fanfiction that I put to Claude, that's me as a person. And it's like, no, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I mean, no. I also get like that with my favorite things, which is why I block everyone who ever criticizes my favorite things. But I know that's a bad thing to do. And I don't make a scene about it. Everybody wants to have a crying fit the moment you criticize anything ever. Calm down, breathe, block.
It's also like 2 things can be true at once, right? This person or this piece of media could have done nothing to you, and you can hate it, and you can just agree that you just don't like it. And it could also have done nothing. Or this character could be really terrible and really evil, and you still like this character without having to justify the actions of that person. Like
Exactly.
2 people could be both flawed, and you can come to the agreement that you like one and you don't like the other without calling the other one disgusting and evil. Multiple things can be true at the same time.
Everybody hates
It's like
nuance.
confusing to me. What someone said something? Someone said something about some character, and they were like, "This character is more evil than the Joker." You must have seen it. And everybody, like,
Don't
I would
recall.
love if I
I
could
don't
remember what
recall.
joker was
If you're
called.
talking about the fact that
They
everyone
were like,
treats Oikawa like he's the demon, it's my favorite joke ever.
no, that's funny, but that's not what I'm talking about. It was like some person, and they're like, I'm like, I can see what up. They're like, I can see what 100% certainty that this person is more evil than the Joker. And then all like the comic book fans came back and they were like, wait a minute. Like the Joker that was like poisoning major water supplies and like eating babies and like killing
He did do
children
that.
and like
He like straight up
it's
killed
like
kids. Yeah.
I'm like
So it's gonna
we're
take a bit to
we're
get there.
talking about the same guy. We're not talking about the same guy. And then there are people in the comments like, but I love Joker. Right, yeah, me too. But he's a bad man. Like that's the whole point
Which
of his character. Like he's a bad he's bad,
what
guys. He's bad.
we got to figure out why and what happens in the brains of people who like characters who explicitly are terrible people but don't want to acknowledge
And
that they're
he's so
terrible
fun.
people.
He's literally the main villain.
He's the Joker.
He's the
He's the Joker. Like I don't
villain.
what my favorite
He's the
character is Jason Todd, and someone's gonna get on comics and be like, "You like it because of AO3." Suck my dick. I've read every single fucking awful comic he's ever been in. Gargle on my nuts. But that's not even the point. He did blow up a school.
cool.
He blew up a school. He did. He blew up a school. And yeah. And quite frankly, he did shoot that kid. He shot a kid. And I love him. And he's my
I
guy.
love him. He's my guy.
Hey.
Or even Batman.
And I'm standing
He's
by
not,
him.
he's let the Joker run free multiple. He killed his son. I can't excuse him. That's my guy. But I can't excuse him, no. Rick Grimes, The Walking Dead, made a plethora of good decisions. Terrible ones. Some terrible ones in there. Terrible. Terrible. Still my guy, though. Still my favorite MC of
Why
all
do you need
time.
to defend every single thing your favorite character does? And then if you need to do that, why are you not picking like morally all good characters? No one's ever like
Right.
my favorite character has never done anything wrong and their favorite character is like Sam Wilson's Captain America. They're always like my favorite character's never done anything wrong and it's Judge Dredd or some shit. Nah, babe.
Right.
And that's not even the point
Right.
of the character. That's not what makes it interesting. What are we talking
Right.
about?
It's never my favorite character, Spider-Man. It's like, no, that's not what you're
But
going
also,
for.
Spider-Man has done
My
things
favorite character's
wrong.
my favorite character is Lex Luthor. It's like
And it's boring. The fact that a character never does anything wrong ever bores me to tears. It is so boring. It is a character flaw. It is a flaw in your writing if you write a character that has never done anything wrong ever. You can just sit and say it was wrong. That was my beef with Jaegerists. I wanted to kill them niggas. I've been with Aaron the entire time, so we riding for him. He's doing mass genocide.
I love that point in time when we were doing all those quizzes about who is what AOT character. You kept
I
getting
don't want
Aaron
to
was
talk
like,
about it.
yeah, you're getting Aaron for a reason.
Why am I
And
getting
you're like,
no, there's no.
And it's like, no, but you
It's
are.
bullshit.
And that's fine. And that's why I like Aaron, and that's why you're my best friend.
No.
But
No. We're not going to pretend like the quiz was right. I'm not doing this again. I'm not doing this again. I put my foot down on that.
No.
Yes, yes.
No. It's very understandable how the quiz got to this understanding. It's very understandable. And there's nothing wrong with it in the sense of that he's not a terribly confusing character to understand at all, actually. He's really not that complex in the least bit of the sense of the word. He's very readable, and I like Aaron as a character. With that being said, he's a very emotional teenage boy. Very emotional teenage boy with
Fucking
very high
insane. One of the things we see him do as a child is repeatedly stab a nigga. And it's like, yeah, he's saving him. You're like 6. No. Not the proper response of a 6-year-old.
Yeah, well, I like characters like that. I do. I like niggas that are off. And that's okay.
It's who I lean towards.
You have to accept these people are gone, though. You cannot try to make it like these people are okay.
And you want a more boring version of your favorite character is my thing.
Right.
Like, could you imagine Jason Todd if he hadn't blown up that school? Where would we be? Where would we be?
Well, imagine how boring the Chimera arc would have been if Gon didn't lose his shit and fucking slice that person's head off. Like, imagine.
Exactly.
Like, it would have been so all that build up for nothing. Imagine how long winded and boring it would have been considered the greatest flop of any anime arcs of all time. You need
Yeah.
the nigga to do crazy shit.
Even like Miles Morales. Even
You
like
wouldn't have gotten anywhere if he didn't watch Kilo would take a nigga's heart out and been like sick. Like you wouldn't have gotten anywhere.
even Spider-Man, even Miles Morales, the most morally good nigga you can get. Like, where would the storyline be if he wasn't regularly like putting superhero business over his family and that coming in the way of his relationships?
Yeah.
You need them to make bad decisions. The story is boring if everyone's making the best decision ever. That's not a story.
And then his last movie would be incredible. The ending would be incredibly boring if he didn't finally decide to put his family over the superhero nonsense and said, "No, nigga, fuck you. I'm not gonna fucking root
Exactly.
for you." But imagine how boring this entire sequence would
An
be if it
inherently
was a
selfish
decision.
decision made by our
Imagine
hero.
Civil War. Imagine, imagine fucking Marvel Civil War without. Like, imagine what it would have been like if you don't get this fucking competition. Imagine if you're like, well, I understand saying, or maybe he could have explained it better. Imagine if you didn't have this tension and this draw back and forth. Imagine.
Everybody, like, what's that joke where it's like everybody wants the main, like, to watch a movie and the whole time the main character looks you in the eye and says, I do not condone these actions. These actions are bad and they are not good. I mean, it's like, are you toddlers? Do you need Bluey to come out and say, the lesson for the day is that stealing is bad? You're an adult. You have to just parse that.
It's because everybody lives in a black and white world and they have forgotten gray. And Euphoria, yeah, Rue was sober for a while. And then when she started having to basically work with this known sex trafficker and drug dealer and addict, she was using. And she wasn't using like she was before. And yeah, the only reason she took the pills and she died because her hand hurted. But if you were truly sober, she would have never took them. With that being said, a man laced her and murdered her. Still murdered. She was still murdered. And also
Exactly.
very unfair. And terribly sad to watch her on air. And it was supposed to be a great PSA against doing drugs and to love the people who are addicts so that they can get out of this problem. All of that is still true, and you can still say that she was still doing drugs and that she was still murdered. These two things can be said at the same time. And it's like, if you can't understand a very simple concept like that, then yeah, you can't understand what's happening in the real world either. Are you
Like,
thinking that every drug addict that dies is dying because it was a choice that they made? No, girl, that's not what's happening. When we say that there is a fentanyl epidemic, it's not just people willingly taking fentanyl. No,
I
it's
love
people taking
fentanyl.
aspirin and then ODing 6 hours later on
I love
fentanyl.
dying young. This was my choice.
Oh, no, that's not what's happening,
Or
guys. Every drug addict
while
is
they're taking the
suicidal.
drugs, they're like, this is a bad decision that no one should ever make, and I am making this decision as a show of moral inferiority. Thank you very much. It's like, no, things are complicated. Life doesn't make sense. Our story should reflect that. I'm sorry. I don't want to watch Sophia the First into my 30s. And that's another problem. Every fandom wants to censor around media made for fucking children. And you're like 30 years old. Go
Yeah,
watch
definitely.
something. I don't even like I don't believe that you have to cut yourself off from shows because I know how niggas get.
Mhm.
I don't believe that when you reach adulthood, you should cut yourself off from shows made for children. I do believe that if you are an adult and you are trying to look at the deeper meaning of fucking Steven Universe or Sophia the First or Bluey or Voltron, just go watch an actual adult show that's trying to do that.
Right. And it was also like, I can kind of give you some of your ones on like Steven Universe or like regular show even or like Adventure Time. But even those concepts are broken down so that children can understand them. Like they are large concepts broken very down so that children can understand them. Like sure we're not supposed to take Glob seriously, but he is God in this
Yeah.
universe, and that is explained. But it's for children. Like,
It's for
it's not like
kids. It's a
it's not like
religion
it's gonna
story
be
about for
that
children.
easy.
And then they're like, why didn't Steven kill the diamonds? Brother, because it's made for teenagers.
And then
I
it's
don't know
always
what you're doing here.
but also, what more did you want? Like a show about like a mom basically suicide bombing herself so she can have a baby, faking her own death. Like, what else did you want? Like, there are heavy concepts in here. It's like Blake's World. It's like, yeah, the concepts are heavy, and they're talking about real stuff broken down for the mind of the average 90s teenager. Like, it's not confusing. And it's like Girl Meets World is a hilariously dumbed down version. But this is on, if this begins on Disney Channel in like 2010s, like, this was a time for things to be dumbed down. So, yeah, it is an incredibly dumbed down version of that's perfectly explainable.
Because it's for
You
children.
coming back when you're 26 to watch Riley on air probably isn't enjoyable because it was never made for someone who's
It's
26
not
years old.
for you. Every 25-year-old with a job and a like bills to pay wants to figure out why they're not connecting with the show on Cartoon Network. Because you're
And
50. You're the parents' age. Go
right,
somewhere else.
you're done. And it's like Bluey was made by the government for parents to like show them how you probably maybe should raise a kid. So like I understand you watching Bluey for that purpose.
With your children,
When
yes.
even with that understanding, dumb down for children, girl, dumb down for children. There's nothing I can explain it more. You're making fan fiction about children concepts, children TV shows. So
And being
yeah,
mad
they're
that
gonna
it's not
be
fucking Shakespeare. And being mad that
I
Toni
mean
Morrison hasn't written it. What are we doing?
what are you talking about?
And then they
What
get
are you
into
talking
these fandoms and they're like making it impossible for the children to inhabit these
yeah,
fandoms. It's
it's
like,
confusing.
no, you can't draw porn of the blue dog that babies watch. I'm sorry.
It,
Why should I have
it's
to tell you this? You're 30.
just like King Cat Pride. This King Cat Pride conversation. It's like, okay, a couple of things to be true at once, right? A, you being king doesn't necessarily mean that you're part of LGBTQ plus. I don't know how we came to that decisive conclusion, but also, be kinky as fuck as you want to during the day of Pride at the Pride Parade. However, it's for literally everybody. The Pride Parade has always been marketed for everybody to be there, for children to be there. If you're in a full fucking gift suit with your dick out, there are like children here. That should be here. There should be children at Pride. There should be children at
Here's a
Pride,
fun.
by the way.
I want to know a funny thing at Pride. Unironically, one of the dudes in the pup mask came up and was
Yeah.
like walking past, and he did walk past a kid, and you
Mhm.
one of them was fine with it. The other child, I've never seen a child look so freaked out by what was happening.
And
Which
I
in
just
his
think
defense,
that's
he doesn't have a fucking clue what's going on. Dude was fully clothed. I don't give a fuck about pup
yeah.
masks. Can I say? I
I
don't
don't
give a
give a fuck
fuck
about
about
just
pup
a punk
masks.
mask. I don't care.
I don't give a fuck.
Right? Because that's like a fetish that can kind of go under the radar. Like a child might not understand what that has anything to do with like sex. You having like your cock and balls on display is like kind of ludicrous at a parade. That's kind of ludicrous to
Another thing
me.
that happened to me at Pride. Someone was just walking down the parade route. I didn't see them at at the Pride parade. They weren't in the
Mhm.
parade or anything, but they had come to Pride. A girl and like a man and a woman. So it wasn't even
Mhm.
like a gay couple. And old girl had her tits out, and
I
they
know.
were naked. They were naked. They were naked.
I understand it's supposed to be a day of
Very
self-expression.
naked.
I understand it's supposed to be a day of self-expression, but two things can be true at once. You can
It's a
express
little
yourself,
public
but also,
indecency.
like, I gotta be keeping top of line and like things when I got off float for the parade. I'm like, yeah, sure, you can do things, but you're at a space where children are. It's not like the children. It's not like adults against better judgment are bringing children to the Pride Parade. No, the Pride Parade is a giant system. Like this is only going to be on the news. Like this is not like a part of Pride in the corners and alleys and
It
gay
is though.
bars. Like that's not.
It kind of speaks to the commercialization of Pride because Kink at Pride wasn't really a question you had to have because like it's not like Wells Fargo was like promoting Stonewall. So
This is
it
true,
is an issue with
and that's
how
another.
Pride has become so hyper
That's
commercialized. But
another.
now it's happened and there are like toddlers there. So we kind of do got to
Yeah,
lock in. I was
Pride
standing
like you
next to
have
like
to go
four
back.
separate children.
That's what I'm saying. Like you have to go back. Like I understand. It's like okay, people are rainbow washing. They're bringing this, and yeah, that's bad. But is it bad? Is it good? Like 3 months ago, they were debating on whether or not for same sex marriage. I'm like, Yeah, it might be we might kind of be at the time when we incorporate onto, like, I think we are back at that time. Like, times have changed. But it's also like, yeah, okay, you're making Rule 34 porn about Peppa Pig. Why? Why?
And who
It's
do
like,
you expect to engage with this? Other, like, who else is going online and searching up Peppa Pig except, like, children? Like, that's
it's
what
like,
always gets me. You remember that Twitter post that went super fucking viral where it was like, kids are always concerned about it's a comic where it's like a child screaming and crying at a group of adults going, you're doing disgusting. Please stop showing me this disgusting stuff. Please. I'm a child. I'm a minor. And they like then leave, the adult says. It's the cringiest shit you'll ever read in your life. The adult goes, then leave. And then you learn
it's
that the
so,
person who made that comic was making porn for Sophia the First. You're
which is
supposed to leave. You're
this
not
is child
supposed to be
porn. This
here.
is also child porn. I don't care if you've
There's like
aged her up.
3 adults in Sophia the First, and I doubt that they were making any porn for them. So we
This is
should
child
kill
porn
them.
now. It's child. It's like,
I think pro shippers should be flayed alive and their bodies rended across the rocks. And I stand by that.
even at a certain point for me, it gets weird for me because like Attack on Titan isn't necessarily a child anime, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you can reason that Attack on Titan is like a teenager's anime. Like you can reason when Attack on Titan's hit its peak of fame,
It is
most of the
considered
people
a
watching
shonen.
it is, yeah, most of the people watching it were like, so it's like you're making first off, you're making fan fiction, Aaron X um Levi already crazy as
When
fuck.
he's 15, kill him.
Crazy as fuck. When you making smut porn about it, even crazy, and you being confused when 16-year-olds are engaging with it, even crazy. This is their shit.
If everybody wants to, you want to stick to the genres for children and then be surprised when kids are there? Why?
Wow.
They always talk like they're so fucking grown too. They'll be like, kids these days always interrupting adult spaces. You cannot have an adult space in a fandom about a show made for children, and you cannot be surprised when
This is
children end up
not.
there.
This isn't fucking House of the Dragon, Game of Thrones. Like this is not.
Succession, Nine.
You have options. There are nothing but shows made for and by adults. You're choosing. You're choosing.
You are a gluttonous bastard, and we'll kill you soon.
Just like if we wanted a Aaron Levi relationship, watch Suits, make fan fictions about Mike and Harvey. You have adult shows.
Fuck it. Call me by your name. There's the problematic age gap for you.
You have mentor mentee in there. You have it. The adult shows have it. They have it.
It's the refusal to grow up. That's just a common problem. It's not even. It started with the millennials because they started realizing, oh yeah, like you can't have the adult shit, so you kind of gotta love the child shit you can get. And then it got to Gen Z, and now it's gonna go on forever. But it's like nobody wants to grow up. Life is filled with milestones. Do I still fucks heavy with Scooby Doo, Monster Island, Zombie Island? Every day of the fucking week. But baby, that's not. I'm not the target audience no more.
No.
You're supposed to hit the milestone.
Till I die. But it's over for me now. I can have opinions about G3. Sure, I don't like the designs. Am I the person supposed to be watching?
No.
Why I don't like the designs? It's because I was there 15 years ago. Which means there's nothing. I'm not supposed to be worried. This is not anything for me to be involved.
So many complaints grown ass adults have for certain shit made for children would not exist if they just grow up. And I don't even like saying this because I think it's unfair to people to be like, you have to stop liking your hobbies. I do think that at a certain age, you need to sit back and go, I can't be constantly trying to find adult representation. I cannot constantly try to find adult storylines in children's media because you won't find it there. You're not finding it there. And it's not children's media's job to make themselves inaccessible for children so that Tammy, who's 30 and a terribly dying relationship, can get her rocks off to children's cartoons. It's not about, it can't be about you. It's not about you. It's not, and it won't be. And I refuse to pretend
Again,
like it should be.
it's like you have the material. You want post-apocalyptic. Everybody is an adult or an adult age range. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to go old school. You're gonna have to go diverse. Hunger Games. You're gonna have to go Maze Runner on them. You're gonna have to go Game of Thrones. House of Dragon just came out. You're gonna
Grow
have to go
up. Just
Succession.
grow up.
You're gonna have to go to other
Move
pieces of
on.
media.
Nobody wants to be like, and I get it, but nobody wants to be a fucking like adult. No, I'm sorry, it's not for you anymore. Go find an adult
It's not
show.
for you.
Everyone's like, there's no queer like representation, and like, yeah, fairs, but also all you watch is Cartoon Network. What queer
And
representation do
it's
you
like
want there?
Cartoon Network has its hands tied because when it tries to introduce a homosexual relationship
Love
in
how you said
cartoons,
that.
they they get they get death threats from parents saying that they're trying to indoctrinate.
No, they're like, I'm going to
It's like,
hang everyone in that office. I will lynch you soon.
it's like, yeah, they be trying to sneak the shit in. And when you watch, you understand and shit. But they be having to do shit like queer coding to this day.
And I
I'm like,
think
yeah,
there
you're not gonna
should
find it.
be queer representation in children's media because I get it. I think that the kids should be able
Right?
to view
I get the
themselves.
want
But you're not that kid.
down.
You're you're
No,
not that kid. You're 40. You shouldn't be
right. I
looking
get
for
the
queer
desire,
representation.
and it's desperately something that we should have in media, and they have to keep trying. With that being said, though, you're out of the running for this, sweetie. Has
This
nothing to
isn't for
do with
you.
you anymore.
You're
Like
like,
it's out of your hands.
where's all the queer representation in the Disney XD shows? It's like, I don't know, bro, but it's not for you. You're 25.
Yes, I know.
And there's so
It's a
many
roller
movies
coaster.
about gay love and gay like life and living life as a gay person. They're just made for adults. And you'd know
Mhm.
that if you watched anything made for
If you watch it,
adults.
yeah.
What I'm trying to say is grow up. Grow up. It can't
Well,
be 2010 forever. You're not 12 anymore. You're
wow.
not 13. Lock in. We just gotta. You want to read a story about that has like a queer relationship? Go to the library. Stop trying to make AO3 fan fictions about some random like child's TV show. Go to the library. There are thousands of
Go to the
books.
library.
Go to a bookstore.
This it's also like, yeah, okay. You can ship Naruto and Sasuke to the song, have nothing but material. With that being said, there are not two gay men canonically in this universe. So
You're not
you're
getting it.
never gonna get what you're for. Like,
Never.
it's like
And stop going where people
you're
niggas
never
ain't giving you what you looking for. There's gay anime, but you're trying to find it in like Naruto. There is good gay anime.
like,
What are we
I'm
doing?
like,
Like, nobody wants to
what are
go where it
you
actually
doing?
is. Everybody wants someone to like, and nobody wants to make it either. They want an AI, the AO3 fanfiction,
No.
instead of sitting down and writing a book.
It's
Like,
like it goes back to when we were talking a couple episodes ago. It's like, why would you marry a stripper in hopes that you would turn into a housewife? Why are you watching Naruto with the hopes it's going to a male loving male Yuri fan fiction? No, Yaoi fan fiction. No, no. Like, it's not what's going to happen. And sure, we
and
can
I think you're
say
too
we have all
old.
this material. Sure, we can have all this material. We can say we have all this material, and say, sure, we can say, oh, the writers wanted to do couldn't because the network, and they come out and they said that be beautiful. I'm so happy we have that revelation. That revelation. But that being said, we don't have it. It's not something we have. We have the Legend of Korra.
If you
We
want a
have
show
it.
made for
It's not.
children, that's what gets you
I,
guys
you know what I
going.
mean? I'm like, we have it. It's not like it's not there. Like you're looking for it in the wrong spot. Go watch Banana Fish. Like I don't know what to do for you. We have it. It's
Banana
like
Fish,
I
a show
don't know
with
what to do.
actual adult themes. Like, I don't. It's whatever though. You can't talk to these people either because they act like you've personally attacked them, and to a degree, I wish I could personally, physically harm them, but that's just because I don't like them. It's like it's not a personal
It's
attack
I
to
don't
say
know.
that you're looking for something in a media that has never suggested it will give you that.
It's never going to give it to you. And why? And frankly, why would it? For the time frame, that's like all of these fan fictions. Most of these shows are like 5, 10, 15 years old. I'm like, we're first off, we're not in our really woke era right now, but
Woke 2 is coming. Dark woke.
woke too is we're on the way. But I'm like, we're woke. 15 years ago, we're lucky singing the syllabus program. Guys, you're looking for something that the history books are not on your side for the time period. Like, we're not gonna get it. We're not gonna get
We're
it.
not gonna get it, and it's like if you want it, I'm sorry, like go do it. I'm I have this constant complaint where it's like fan fiction, and there is like everybody wants to pretend like fan fiction is so woke. I just mumbled through
It's
half
not.
of this. Everyone wants to pretend like fan fiction is the place you go for wokeness. You niggas hate black people. You niggas hate women. You hate women ex women. You're just not as woke as you're not as nearly as woke as when you have a disabled character. You try to take that disability away, or you treat them weirdly infantilized. You aren't as woke as you think you are. You
At
are not
all.
nearly as woke as you think you are. You have the same prejudices. You just like watching boys kiss.
Right.
And not even every boy, because if it's a black boy and not a little Asian or white boy, you don't want to see that boy kiss. No, 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 no. You know my constant eternal beef, which is that y'all make too many black characters alphas when they are almost consistently written to be like in a way that would give them omega. You make them betas too, so you don't have to acknowledge their existence. I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
I'll kill you. It's
I'll
also
kill you.
like it goes back to me. This is why I'm really heated about Love Island because otherwise I wouldn't. But like the TikTok says, if you want to find the most pro-black person you can find, go find the most high yellow woman, and she'll give you what you're looking for. You're forcing a black man to be an evil rabbit dog. And he's just the average black man is probably the chillest nigga you know. The average
Objectively.
black man just likes sports, fast cars, maybe he likes the alternatives time, and we're all black and get haircut. Right. The average black man you know don't is not amped up this way.
Like
Like the craziest, buffest black man you know gives great hugs and likes
it's
to listen to smooth jazz. Like,
and it's like the characters you're doing this to, the characters you're making these hyper masculine like black men like alphas, or you're like putting off to the side as betas. They don't act like that. They don't act. They never act like that. Because like due to the history of making black men super hyper aggressive, white people can't handle a super hyper aggressive black person. They get flinchy. If a black person's like super assertive like in a show or a TV or some type of media, you guys get flinchy. You can't handle it. So they're like really passive. They're often incredibly kind, and you're looking me in the eyes. You're saying that they're these hyper aggressive fuck machines, and I'm looking you in the eye and saying you're racist. You're
you're
so
racist. You're
racist. You're so
racist. You're racist.
racist.
The average black man, you know, is running around covering his tattoos every day, no matter the because they don't want the white people they work with to get. Like, you're not. We're not. What white men? What black men do you know? That the most
That's
average
also the
white man I've
problem. They're
ever
so
seen.
white.
The
They don't
most
know any
average white
black
man
people.
I've ever seen is the scariest nigga I know, and he's putting that out loud because he's been getting away with it. Like it's not
Terrifying.
like I don't know what's going on.
And they're making these aggressive ass white men. Aggressive. So rude. And they're like, I'm willing to see an omega in that. But you can't see an omega and the chill ass black dude. You don't see anything racist with that at all? Nothing at all. That's if they write black people. That's if they write them as anything other than like a background, like basically a lamp in the story.
It's so annoying. I'm tired. I just it's also like TikTok has become Twitter. Say that like It used to be on TikTok you could get away with the comments not being like so racist. Now you think stuff that's like, well, of course they don't trust you. Of course they put you in the back of a restaurant so you don't dine and dash. It's
That was
like,
that fucking thing where they were like, black people don't tip. I've never once
yeah,
heard this a day in my life.
I know this
Not
just
the
came up
niggas I'm
with
around. Who do y'all be hanging with?
what make us y'all with? Because we be at the table trying to figure out the pricing. Oh, okay, well, you know what I mean? If we can put it on your card, I'll go put down. Yeah, see that way I ain't gotta send it to you. I don't understand how these
I've never once had, like, who are y'all, like, you ever get hit with a stereotype that's so far removed from anyone you've ever, interacted with in your life that you're just kind of confused on how it became a thing? Like,
it's
what
like
do you mean we don't tip? When has this ever happened to you? Can we be
it's like
serious?
whoa,
Because I've never seen it.
it's whoa.
Never once.
And you can say black people are more strict about their fun, which I would say yeah, because we literally have to die about this shit. So you're providing bad service, you're probably not being tipped well. And it's most likely the
Yeah.
black people letting you slide with having bad service.
When you're
Like
sitting here like, this blackie's not gonna tip me, and they can feel your racist fucking Hitlerite energy through the air, it might be a little iffier for them to want to tip you, brother.
it's like I don't it just gets so tiresome to me. Or when you try to explain a concept, it's like go. It's like right now, I made a TikTok about it, but there's a Love Island guy, dark skinned black man, Casey, treating him from the Bible. Another guy, light skinned, actually the devil from the Bible, skating by. After that, devolve with anything he's ever done. He has a Still I Rise tattoo, big letters on his back.
I've seen that. They better watch their fucking mouth on Maya Angelou's words. I'll
Those are
kill you.
the girls on the TV, two black women making fun of the tattoo. Now these are clearly one of them clearly a Jack and Jill black. So I'm already on edge with her. But
Ain't nothing we can do
but
for
and
those.
people are acting like that's not the case. No, she is. Her dad was a famous basketball player. She's a rich girl. She's Jack and Jill black woman. She's separated partially from the idea of what it means to be a black
Nothing
woman
we can do
regularly in
about
America.
those ones.
No. And what I will say is, right, people are like, I don't know if she knows that's Maya Angelou quote. Terrifying. Still I Rise, her most famous quote from one of her most favorite poems of all time. Terrifying if you don't know that's Maya Angelou. Second off, people are like, well, it's a corny tattoo. How? Still I Rise in big black letters on my back is corny. How? How is that a corny tattoo? And then if you want to get into the logistics, the way he treats women, which I really think he's the worst man treating women on the show, devolves at that point, why are you picking him? You're gonna attack Maya Angelou through picking him, through him. I'm like, how is this working in your mind? You're taking one of the most beautiful black films about the black experience and turning it into a joke and systemized on television.
Disparaging the Maya Angelou.
It's
I for your stupid softcore porn reality TV show where the couples don't last a
crazy.
year after. Nigga, I'll fuck you in your brain. I'll, I'll lay my dick down in there. Because obviously there ain't shit in there. I need to bring life. I can't stand you people. I can't stand you.
I hate it's annoying me so bad. Bring it up, but like, oh no one's about this tattoo for real. I'm like, but I do. But this is on television though. You're like this is stuff that's on television that's reaching other eyes.
Uh, it's
It's like
so. I've seen black people get behind making fun of it. You're a dumb,
you're
dumb
dumb.
bitch.
What are you missing? You're letting white women come on air and call him behind. This is a man with a college degree. He finished with a 3.5 GPA. He's a CNA. He's a healthcare worker. You're letting a white woman get away with calling him a child. There's basically the entire thing is why right to. You're letting her get away with it just because you don't find his personality. It doesn't set your heart ablaze. Why aren't you understanding what you're watching? You're like actively watching an attempt to horrifically slander a black man on television and making fun of Maya Angelou inside of it. And you're letting it all slide. You don't like his personality. All for reality television. Like, have you lost your mind? We just got out of
There's
jail,
no
baby. It was just our
there's no
it was
hope
just
for black
17.
people. What's that thing? What's that thing where it's like I need a new black community? We gotta leave some of you niggas behind. I can't
What
be
did
in it
you,
with some of you
what did
niggas.
he said? I'm not gonna be able to. I'm not gonna be able to psychologize all the niggas on the corner. Some of you niggas gotta go.
To be
What did
fair,
he
in my
say?
new black community, there would be no Dr. Umar.
There'd be no Dr. Umar. But he's saying it's like
We would
some
not
of
have a Dr. Umar in my black community.
you,
Niggas
some of
getting
you got
kicked out of my
sleep work.
people getting kicked out of my black community. Ray J, Dr. Umar.
Why is
Sorry,
it so funny on the planet, bro? He brought that
Shannon
bitch to
Sharp.
he brought that bitch to his podcast. He said, "So what, you said the ER or the GA, the GA? Let me hear you
Who's that nigga who does
crazy,
basketball commentary?
crazy."
Who's that nigga who does basketball commentary?
Not Charles Barkley. You're
No,
such
not Charles Barkley. The dude who tried to pretend like he wanted to run for president.
Oh, I
Stephen
don't
A.
remember his
Smith,
name.
you are no
Yes,
longer allowed in my black community. No more black capitalists. I refuse it. No more conservative black people
but
who like to
you
front as liberals. Dead to
know what?
me.
And I don't be agreeing with Jamila on a lot of her takes on TikTok, but you made a TikTok and she was like, there are sometimes I feel like I coddle black people just because they're black and we're in a position where we can't just leave them behind. And
Yeah,
it's true. We do run the risk of having to be like, okay, they're black.
I have to
So
understand.
and it's like it's unfortunate, but I'm gonna have to keep unfortunately because we got to get through this somehow. And I feel like if we start like out loud to white people, leaving people with us, we're gonna be in a spot.
Which is fair,
And
but
something
also we gotta shoot some of these niggas.
like I said, I don't know if I said on the podcast
No,
or if
I
I
can't
said
say
it
that.
like
Wait,
in
that's bad.
life.
No, I can't say we gotta shoot
It,
some black people. That's
it,
bad. I shouldn't say that.
Deontay Kyle has said he was like, if I could go back in time before Will Smith made that fucking freestyle rap, I would just shoot him.
We
And it's
mentioned
like
it multiple times at this point. Yeah.
it's like the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life because it's like, yeah, if I could just go back in time and stop Dr. Umar when he sung at one time and the rest we could just remember him. If I could just go back to like
Well,
when
you
Nicki
know, this
Minaj
nigga
married her
starts
husband.
off with the whole there's a gay agenda to like pollute black people as a community.
It's
Doesn't hit.
terrible.
And then he starts on the Snow Bunny stuff because that's more mainstream. That hits. That's where
Yeah.
he's always been a freak. He's always been a freak.
If we could
Those
just
hyper
get
pro
some of
black
these niggas, like if
hoteps.
I could just go back to when Nicki Minaj married her husband and just she's gone, poop her,
Instant
bro.
the beginning of the end, some would say. But there's probably signs before that. What's that thing where
Like
2016
I
isn't
just
better? You were just like a child.
but it was and it wasn't though. Like it was so black. So many artists were dropping and so many dances were creating trends and it sung. And now it's like an artist drops and then it's just acting like if it's gangster rap it means nothing. Like fucking Earth Sign. You probably heard her song like My Daddy Died that just dropped. She dropped it on like Father's Day. And she's from Chicago. And it's this big kind of theatric, like kind of black gothic telling of her like her grief with her father. Beautiful song. There are niggas like, I don't understand this. I don't understand how you guys are hyping this stuff. This and that and that. And I'm like, bro, I love Flo Milli and I love Megan Thee Stallion. They cannot be the only music producers. And I'm saying this with so much
The
love.
refusal to
This
allow black
cannot
people to just fucking exist in whatever like way they want to and enjoy
it's so
whatever production of creativity they want to is the most irksome shit that gets spread throughout the community. Nigga,
we need a 2 touchdown. We need him. We cannot only have little baby producing music for the entire
it
black community.
can't be. Pusha, oh my god. Okay, this makes me think of Pusha Ice-T. Can we please talk about Pusha Ice-T?
Doctor, let's talk about precisely.
Pusha Ice-T, dumbass. So you come out of jail, you just fresh out of jail. You ain't even got to
Your
smell
first
the
day out.
roses. You ain't even got to smell the You ain't taking a lap. Ain't taking a lap. You ain't had a fresh meal. You ain't had a home cooked meal. You ain't hugged your cousins that been out of town. You ain't done nothing.
You don't got none of your good clothes.
Text the group chat. I need some niggas willing to die. Throw their life away. He says I need some niggas willing to throw their life away. And 6 people say me.
And that's why I love his FDO. I love his FDO. I think it's one of the best FDO
It's
ever put
really
to
good
paper.
FDO.
With that being said, he's the craziest nigga on the planet.
He
Fresh out of jail for Rico, singing his heart away about him. Singing his heart away. Ooh, like a canary.
he he get these niggas into and they go down to Gucci Mane place. It was Gucci Mane, right?
Yeah.
Who is a producer who signed Pooh Shiesty, and I guess the contract was not to Pooh Shiesty's liking because there was a
He
nigga with
held
a
a gun
big
and
ass
was
gun.
stoned.
They go to his place and they're like, get me out of the contract. And Gucci
And
Mane,
you know what?
he's not stupid. There's a gun to his head. So he says, okay. He says, okay. He lets him out for some reason. And I think the reason is because deep down, a lot of people might have brain damage that we don't discuss. This
Oh
idiot
yeah.
decides to record the interaction where he has a gun to this nigga, threaten to kill him, where he says, I release you from the contract. Gucci Mane, to his credit, just looked kind of annoyed the whole time. Like he really don't think he gonna kill him. He's just like, you're really making this so much bigger than it needs to be. Like, where are your lawyers? You have
Yeah.
enough money to pay for lawyers. Like, what are we doing? But he was like, I release you. But apparently there was also a nigga who had a ankle bracelet on who was with them. So their entire movements were being tracked. Not to mention they record themselves threatening to kill him. Not to mention they got their entire group chat just anywhere.
I
Are these
just
niggas the dumbest
and it's
people the black
also,
community has ever produced?
it's also like he was doomed from the beginning because both his parents are fucking insane and ludicrous.
Oh, you
And what
seen
I'll
that video of his
say, and
mama? You seen that video of his mama? We be failing black kids.
it's like you hate to say when both your parents are fucked up, you'll probably be fucked up. On the road of two parents who are both fucked up, Leo is
It's
fucked up.
it's pretty
So
cooked. It's pretty
if
cooked.
I had two shitey parents, bro, I don't think I would have made
Quite frankly, what
it.
else would he have been? But also, when you get
Right.
out of that shit, to go back.
He was never out, which
I know he
is
was
what you
never
have to
out,
understand.
but you're making music. Move to it like 5 towns over. Call it a day. That's my thing with these niggas. They can never go, I'm making enough money. This don't got to be my life no more.
Right.
They want to die in the
It's like
streets when it's not even one of their options. It don't got to be
it's
one of
like
your options.
why doesn't everybody have the G Herbo mindset? And people get mad at him because he loves Chicago. Like all his like prime is here. Why not when you get big you say, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here.
I don't understand it. You have the choice to not die like this anymore. You don't have to, like, when you're like broke and you're like you don't have any other form of higher education. You probably, maybe you didn't even finish high school. Maybe you did, but just barely. When you're like
Right.
that and there's like no jobs in your community and you're like, I guess I'll die on the streets. If that's what it takes to
Right.
survive, that's one thing. When you making millions off your songs, you're a dumb bitch. You're a dumb fucking idiot.
It,
In a way
it,
that
it's
can't be
like,
described. You're stupid. Get a lawyer.
I love his music. I love his music, but he's so far gone. But he's not like again like an Aaron Yeager situation. This is not a complex man in my I know these men in real life. They do crime and they just can't get out. No matter how
You
nonsensical it
just got out of
seems or
jail,
like
nigga. You could have lived your life. You could have got a lawyer. What?
my
That's my
sister
thing.
had she had a friend who went to jail for auto theft with a illegal firearm. He got out of jail. 3 hours later, got a gun, held up a lady, stole her car, went back to jail. 3 hours, 3 Mach speed. And what I'll say
Oh,
is,
oh no.
some of these niggas just get too used to jail. My dad was telling me about this. He was like, there are just some niggas they like being in there, bro.
I'd lose my
They
mind.
can't stop.
I'd be crawling
They
off the
can't
fucking
stop.
walls, bro. I couldn't do it. I couldn't.
And it's like I couldn't ever go in there. I've always maintained if Leah ended up in jail, it would have to be because I killed somebody. It would have to be something so important.
And then I'd kill
Like
myself, so they better watch me. They better keep an eye out.
it would have been that I killed somebody and it would have to have been a show of force. Like I had to have done it for like black activism. So that's why I'm going because if
They
I
gotta
kill
set me
somebody,
up like Angela Davis or Asante
yeah.
Shakur.
I'm like, if I go to jail for murdering somebody, trust me, the FBI that they're doing. Because I have no desire to get and B, if I get caught about it and I think that the police are closing in on me,
They caught me at a good
I can't
time,
do
bro, because that rope was being tied. So all credit to them. All credit to them. It's like I I don't know how we fix the amount of people who just fuck their kids up. Just
it.
fuck. It's like, do I think Pusheisty was born evil? Of course not, because if you think someone's born evil, you're probably a fucking insane yourself. I don't think anyone's born evil. The amount of steps it takes to create a Pusheisty, though, and not
It's just a lot of
once
steps.
for society to think there's not one step where you're like born and then you're Pusheisty. There's a few steps to Pusheisty.
Yeah.
And at any point,
Yeah.
if we as a society said no more Pusheisties, we could stop this. We could
You know
stop
what I also
this.
think? And it's just, I'm not defending this anymore. P. Diddy's mama is crazy as fuck as well. And there is no person
She was like the
born
first
on this earth
person.
inherently evil. The parents are doing things. If you run into somebody and you say to yourself, "Oh, that person's fucking psycho," think to yourself how what the family situation is, because nobody's just born that way. Like you could be a psychopath, right? Okay, right, you're a psychopath or something. The family thing. Most of these people aren't psychopaths. They're just not. Most of these people just aren't
You
that
create
way.
you
So,
create that.
what do you have to do to get from a bashful, beautiful baby boy to P Diddy? Terrifying.
I mean, the way that your childhood can just, oh my god, fuck you up.
You. Fuck you. And oof. I don't know if I have to cut this part. But me and my mom was talking today. And for a long time, she could not understand. Actually, leave this in. Leave all this in. I don't care. I
Okay.
don't care about anything.
Okay.
She could not understand why my cousins treated their mom, my great aunt, my namesake, that way, the way they do. And I was like, don't get me wrong, those other people are psychopaths. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
they do crazy shit. Don't get me wrong, them niggas is crazy as fuck. With that being said, my great aunt is not just a victim of the problem. She's a perpetrator. She has done some crazy things. I'm like, you were there. You grew up with these people. No, how do you not know? And it wasn't until she moved into her mom's house. She's crazy as fuck. And I was like, yeah. I'm like, shit doesn't just come out of nowhere, gang. It
It
begins
didn't just
somewhere.
fall out of, they didn't just fall out of a fucking
Go out of the
coconut
coconut
tree.
tree. She was right. And I'll stand on it.
That's of course she was right. She's talking about like cultural relativism.
She was right. She may have had a crazy analogy for it,
But
but
like,
you did not just come out of thin air, girl.
no, everybody wants to believe an event just happens and there's no build up and there's no breakdown. A human just was born with every personality trait they've ever had and will ever have. No, you dumb bitch. You molded that baby. And when that baby came out, you fucked it up. You ruined that baby. And now that baby's gone on to be the devil incarnate. And everybody's like, what happened? What happened? His mom was like kicking him in the head and having sex in front of him.
Right.
What did we expect? In our defense, in his defense, what other outcome could he have had?
Right. He almost like him to
Not
me
P. Diddy. I'm not, don't, no.
No,
To be clear, I'm
no,
talking about
no.
vague, like baby. I feel like
Yeah,
we
right,
ended on P.
exactly.
Diddy and it felt a little weird. Vague baby. We can stone
Vague
that
baby,
man.
vague baby, vague baby. But what I will say is, right, like you were like molesting that boy since he was like 5 to when he was like 15. Like, yeah, he's like not right. Like, I'm like, what do people be confused about? I'm like, he did not just spawn out of thin air like nobody
No,
does.
nothing does. And that's what, like, when I get so angry at conservatives when they pretend like history just has no effect on the modern day. Do you think that
Yeah,
an event just happened? Like, you spawned 30 seconds ago?
no. What happened to
No.
Clarence Thomas? Let's talk about Clarence Thomas, right? Let's talk about Clarence Thomas. Let's
Let's,
talk about Clarence
let's talk
Thomas.
about the head
Um,
coon. Supreme
oh,
Coon Justice.
I just realized this is like a thing about race. Yeah, bitch. The social justice. We had to be protested and died about this.
You know what the craziest bit of info I learned was? That nigga
What?
used to be a
Oh, this is
black
fucking
rights, you like.
right after this. And then he speaks fucking Gullah Geechee. Yeah.
I was like, he's Gullah Geechee? Someone said he was Gullah? I was like, he's Gullah?
Yeah.
What a horrible representation for
You're
the
not in
Gullah
the fight.
people. Oh my god, could you imagine if Beyonce was like popped out and she was like Gracie Abrams mid? Like that would be what it, like for Creole people, that's like
Trim. Fucking Trim comes out and she's like, actually, fuck.
I actually fucking hate black people. If everybody's like, could you imagine if in her Black Power era she was like, instead of that, she's like, I love white people. I love their money.
I said this, and you're not going to get it all the way, but Nas said I had to put this on air. I was like, I said, whoever the CIA agent was in charge of Sexy Red, it's the same CIA agent in charge of the Love Island cast. They're the same guy. Whoever was in charge of putting Sexy
Well,
Red
he's
on the
their best warrior because the fucking Love Island discourse I've been seeing kill me.
terrible, terrible. But what I will say is
Vicariously. I
that
just see it when they diss Megan Thee Stallion, and if you diss Megan Thee Stallion, I hang you by your ankles and I
here's
beat you
what
like
I'll say about
Mussolini.
Megan Thee Stallion. I love her down.
Mm.
I fear Clay Thompson messed her up a little bit because she went on there and kind of played.
She can do no wrong, so this can't be true.
She kind of played. My girl kind of played.
You're incorrect, and that's okay, and I stand by that. I stand by disagreeing with my friends every once in a while. That's fine.
It's like, hey,
How can a woman in that bathing suit with that body do anything wrong ever? No.
hate to break it to you, champ.
No.
Hate to break it to you, champ.
No.
Oh, here's
No.
something like for men, I'm okay. Sexy Red, she period. Gotta love it. She for the hood rats. Don't support her. It's like
She's not even like it's like Snoop Dogg. She go where the money is.
yeah. She's like what? It's like why? Why?
She is probably, and I love a proud hood ass bitch. I really do. I love Flo Milli. I love Maya Leo.
Love her. Love
She is.
Sukiana.
I think Sexy Red has to be one of the most disgusting women I have ever seen put to screen in the way she acts and the way she presents herself and the way she's so brazenly only cares about the next check. I think the type of visceral disgust I feel for her is how I feel whenever someone shows me a close up of Lil Wayne's face.
It's like it's a CIA SOT mission. It has to be against the black community that she's on this planet. It has to be because it's like
Her and
okay, right?
it's so her and Clarence Thompson came from different factories, but that's the same nigga.
Right. That's what I'm saying. This is a CIA SOT mission. It has to be. That these niggas are being put together on the big
Clay Thompson's dumbass, and somebody got in my comments. I deleted the video because I felt like I wasn't getting my opinion across right. But I made a video where it's like, only conservatives could be so stupid as to think that the thing that is like has been a thing in America for hundreds of years, where it's like if you are born on American soil, you're an American, is an un-American thing. And someone in my comments was like, he had a 90, Clay Currence Thompson had a 90-page like dissent about it. You don't know anything. Nigga, I could make a 90-page essay about
Anything
anything.
about
I could shit
anything.
across 90 pages of paper. Doesn't mean I'm saying anything worth listening to. Like, what are we talking about? It's
Like, also,
unconstitutional
again,
and it's stupid. He just says it because
it's stupid as
whoever
fuck.
told him to say it gave him a lot of money. And when that slave master of a wife he has whips his ass, I hope, and I know he gets hard for it. I know he does because he's a disgusting human. But when she does, one day I hope she takes his head off with it. Oh my God, I hate him.
It's like it's like it's the most. First off, if you want to be me and my mom, like, why would I be celebrating the 4th of July? Like, think about that first. Why would I be? Which is essentially just y'all celebrating. Oh, I fucked over and I fucked over people and rape taxes. I did it both. Gang, gang. Why would I be celebrating this? But also, it's like none of y'all niggas should be here. None of y'all niggas. None of the niggas on that poll. None of the niggas in the law office. None of the niggas on the Senate. None of y'all niggas should be here. If we want to talk about
That's my
this
thing.
birthright citizenship,
Nigga, the
none of
difference
y'all niggas
between
are working
you.
on it from the plan.
Exactly. The difference between you niggas and a woman who came in from Guatemala and had her baby here, the difference is 2 to 3 generations. You got a Polish last name, brother. Do you think that that's native to America? You got an Irish last name trying to tell people who can and cannot come out of Turtle Island.
Right. If you were up there like, yeah, my name is Lawrence Blackfeather, I'd be like,
We're having a different conversation.
Okay, Mr. Blackfeather, let's
Yeah,
talk about it.
I guess immigrants did kind of fuck up your whole deal, didn't they? I guess
Yeah,
they did.
I should talk about it. What's going on? Donald Trump, a man not at all from here, not at all. Whole family, not at all from here.
Not at all.
With his ex-wife Ivanka.
Yeah, Ivanka, that famously European, because that's who they think Native Americans are. Those fundamentally European name of Ivanka. Well, it is a European name, isn't it?
Melania.
Ivanka's pretty. Is Ivanka European? Where is she? Where the fuck
Pretty
is Melania from? You know, it's one of those. Oh, I can't say that.
It's like with his wife Melania chatting to you about birthright citizenship, and you're falling for it, stupid bitch. You in here falling for it. These black people you want them to take away birthright. Let's go back
bitch
5
was from Slovenia
and ship your ass back to Togo.
Slovenia, nigga. You aren't even dirt under some of the richer European nations' shoes. The fuck are we talking about, nigga?
I gotta go to sleep.
God, I can't take it anymore.
Like it's something I can't. It's not something to reconcile. You with your grandfather who got here. The earliest you can trace him is coming from Ellis Island. Talking about birthright citizenship,
which means you're a disgusting Pole. Fucking filthy Italian.
Talking about you want to get away with birthright citizenship, you floozy bitch. You haven't had to worry about anything in your entire life.
To be clear, you used to not be white, you disgusting fucks. The American wasps of it all used to treat y'all like y'all were dogs, animals, no good, worse than dirt. You're lucky you count as white today. The difference between you counting as white and not counting as white is a skin tone. Especially the Italians. The Italians get real brazen for bitches who are 5 seconds from being Pakistani. They're so brown. They are so brown.
Man, Taylor than me. Talking to me. Poppy, I know Sicilian.
No, I know white Poppy. I know white as Sicilian.
I know white as Sicilian. I know
white Poppy. I know white.
Shooting to the burning passion. Real.
Fucking
You know,
niggas with the
you
last
have
name
no
Fuentes
story.
and Rodriguez trying to tell people who the fuck can walk across the border. I'll kill you. I'll kill
After
you.
you did. You
I'll
never
kill
had
you.
to worry about a thing in your life. And some family was brave enough to get to the American borders throughout all the adversity they.
This is Ladaya from the editing bay. I had to cut out like a lot of Leah's rant. It was really good. It was awesome. It just kept skipping. We're amateurs at this, so occasionally there's going to be mistakes, and it's probably on me. I don't know how. I don't know how yet, but I'll try to fix it so this happens less often because I know it's been happening throughout the episode. So I am like sorry about that. Just know that it was so succinct, so well argued, so perfect, so beautiful that she's the reason why this country hasn't yet fallen apart. And she's never done anything wrong, and it's 100% my fault. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
I've wished death on quite a few people.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta wish death on a couple of people.
I just need it's the only way I can like allow my emotions to pass. It's what's best for
People have
me.
done people sound so stupid you don't even hate Joaquin Jeffrey.
Oh no, it cut off again. But also, yeah, you think I don't hate Hakeem Jeffries, but you have to understand that I kind of like the sirens that are going off for him and his
Mm,
like time,
I don't
his
know what you
time as
speak.
head of the Democratic Party or fictional head. Him and that fucker Chuck Schumer, they know their time's coming. They know it. They're scared. They're so
They're
scared.
scary.
Hakeem Jeffries, Richie Torres, Chuck Schumer, you better die in office, bitch. Because if not, you're getting primaried like a motherfucker next time. And they know it. You
Bad,
can tell they're
bad news
scared.
there. It's been a good little time for the Democratic Social.
I know,
We've got
right?
a good little time.
They've been walking niggas down like all
Yeah.
month. You see in Colorado, another one, 30-year incumbent, wiped. 30
They've been
years.
taking them themselves. That's that Mamdani effect.
My thing is, if you've been in office for 30 years and your incumbents are like the next person that comes along, I'll vote for them. What the fuck were you doing? You know how much you could.
Right.
What did you do in 30 years where people were like, oh, yeah, we could see her, we could keep her or leave her. She really don't gotta be here. Like, oh my, that's the thing about the Democrats. They like to sit on their asses. They love it. They love sitting around and collecting paychecks from like whatever big corporation will donate. But the moment you ask them, hey, what have you done? And then they wonder why they're getting primary left and right. Niggas want to see you
Right.
do something. At least they're, and that's another thing. They don't have a vision. At least the Democratic Socialists of America are like, okay, we have like a plan. We want free healthcare. We want to end the war in Gaza. We want free like college, and we want kids to have free access to like childcare. What do the Democrats want? The establishment Dems, what do they want? They want more money going to ICE. They want more border. They want to be like mild Republicans. Everything they have, they're like, I can do what the Republicans tell you that we can do, but milder and with gay rights. And it's like, well, why would I pick you then?
Right.
Who
Why
are
would
you
I go
here
for that?
for? And then I wonder why they're
Did
getting
you,
whooped. I mean,
did you
they're
see
getting
that guy
whooped.
just like leaving out with the Democratic Socialist morning? Like it was like disgusting. He was like
They
democracy.
put this on paper. They're like, abolish ICE. They put this on paper. Yeah. I don't think you know what the general public's been getting up to lately.
Right. I don't know if you've been like on any forum or any social media site in a long time. They're not on your side right now.
Up or over? We're gonna do a bet here and now, and by the time we do another thing, I think we'll have figured it out. I want to do a bet. Up or over? You think Mitch McConnell's dead for good?
Oh, I think you said right now.
Ah, that's fair. I was gonna say, okay, so I think he's dead. When do you think he
Yeah.
dead? Do you think he died when they found him unresponsive or at the hospital?
They started CBR. How old is Mitch McConnell?
He's in his 80s. Let me check up
You know,
exactly.
I'm, I'm a healthy, first, okay, I'm not going to say you. A healthy 20-year-old woman right now goes to cardiac arrest. if you don't begin CPR like the moment that it happens, you have to wait like 5 minutes. It's like 50% total brain
This
function
nigga is
gone.
84 years
He's
old.
dead. And even if he's alive via he's not like
And
alive and
we haven't known about his situation for like a month at least. It like
right.
happened
He's
sometime in June or July, like in sometime in June.
right. He's dead.
That nigga is dead. I think old Mitch, I think he's the type to, I'm going to say he's the type to thug it out. I think he made it to the hospital. I'm saying
I
it.
mean, maybe they got him back, but he's not alive in the sense of
In
talking
his
to me.
defense, he hasn't been alive in 10 years. So that man's been a walking corpse for the last decade of his career. He's basically a
Right.
mouthpiece. They put a hand up his ass and make him talk. Like he's not a human.
Right. He's not like a regular. I'm sorry. I just heard like a high pitched beat outside of my window.
They're coming for you. They heard.
Who's knocking at my trailer door. This is random. What's your favorite
Say again.
what's your favorite TikTok sound?
My favorite because I know yours is they could have only gotten that idea from Benjamin Netanyahu. I know that's one of
It's
theirs.
that, it's that one and shuka shuka shuka.
Shuka, shuka. Oh my god, my favorite TikTok sound. Let's see, and it can't be a song, right?
No, it is.
I've been really loving. I can't. I'm on Ozempic, bitch. I don't know. I'm on Ozempic, bitch.
That was
Something
that
about that's
one's
really
good.
good, bitch.
It
Very
used to be.
tea.
I know Taylor's used to be. You're so fast. How did you do it? Eh, I'm fast
Fast
and
and
you're
you're
slow.
slow. That's how I did it. Which is correct. It's tea. It's objectively really good.
It's a
Um,
great one.
I'm trying to remember. Sometimes I look back and I realize I don't remember any of the TikToks I watch ever, and that scares me a little bit.
Terrified. They're gone. Make companies are gone.
It's like genuinely concerning. It's like endless scroll has fucked up my memory so bad. Every TikTok goes into the hole. If I've seen it 5 TikToks ago, I've basically seen it 5 years ago. We're gonna figure out how bad that situation is gonna be in a few years.
Oh,
Where no
and
one's
I'm
got
saying
like,
it's probably going to be pretty bad.
yeah, I'm like at the point where I'm like, you got to lock your phone in a box or something. You're not going to be able to have long term memory anymore, girl.
Hilarious.
I'm just so engaged with my phone. And I was getting so much better before the TikTok ban. And I know that was so long ago, so it shouldn't be able to blame it, but I will blame it. And then I like was like, I should watch as much TikTok as possible before the TikTok ban in order to, mourn her properly. And then the TikTok ban stopped and I was still scrolling. And it just fucked me. It just fucked me.
I was I don't know, you remember on Instagram, but I had posted because I seen a TikTok of this guy and he was lifting 725 pounds. So I trained, and one of my good friends, he's like a power lifter and he can lift like a lot of weight. Why not 725 pounds? And so I put on my Instagram, I was like, I don't understand the need to want to be able to lift this, like the ability. And he split up and he was like, look up like what was his name? Like Connor against the limit, something. Let me double because this is like being recorded. So let me double check who this is. Uh, Colton the Limit Breaker, and apparently he lifted 1,100 pounds. And it's my
A
question:
human body
why
can
do
do that?
you need to be able to do that? And it's been recorded, so we know he did it.
Like a
But it's
human
like,
body did that?
yeah,
Why? I'm never gonna get bodybuilders or like dudes who try to get super buff. When you try to get super buff without the bodybuilding contest, because at least with the bodybuilders, it's like a contest. It's like the point is to win and show off your physique. When you're doing that, you're taking like trend and you're like 22 years old and you look 45 and you're not planning on doing anything with bodybuilding. I'm kind of like, what are you gaining from this other than like
right.
eternal erectile dysfunction at the time in your life where you should be fucking the most?
scary. Like, cause my friend he'll do like 400, 500 pounds sometimes. Even that to me, I'm like, I don't understand why you need to be able to do that. And one time I stood up and I was like, it kind of like scary to me. Like your casual workout is more than my work. You know what I mean? That you could just like pick me up
Yeah,
and you could walk with me.
it is quite. I don't like it at all. There's something quite terrifying about being lifted off the ground that I feel like you don't understand. But
Oh my
your feet are supposed to be on the ground. Your feet are.
god.
You know how dogs don't understand how they're supposed to act when they're in the air. That is me.
No, for real. I'm like, I should be up there. And if I am, it should be like me playing. I should not, like humans, should not be able to
No,
have the ability to come and snatch me from the ground.
there's no human being who should be able to lift me, and in the
No.
world.
But I mean, you're like light. So I'm pretty sure like all of your friends could lift you. Like I have no shadow of a doubt in my mind.
Okay. But I also just don't
Yeah,
like it, in my defense. It just, again, I feel like a dog who doesn't understand why it's up there.
it's like I don't know. But also it's like, I don't know, something about it I just don't like. Be able to like you should only be able there should be a limit. Like and it's different like when we pick up people at work, it's like you're like in a chair or on like a stretcher, you're on like a device that pick you up. But if you're like, no, like I'm just gonna pick you up and put you over my arms and lift you in the air, like that's different to me. I'm like, that's different.
Max used to have this thing he'd do when we were in gym together where he would just walk up behind me, swipe my leg, and then just pull, lower me onto the floor on my back. And every single time, I felt like a turtle being turned upside down. I was like, what are you doing? It is a deeply unsettling emotional feeling. I didn't like
No,
it.
because you should never go from standing straight up to laying down. Like your brain
I'm just, I understand that I can be picked up by a wide variety of people. I'd like if I wasn't. You know what I'm saying?
always.
I like being
I think that's
manhandled
like
at all.
I think that's why it's scary for me because I'm not a person like the average guy, like average guy not coming me off my feet. So when I run into people, it's like, oh no, you could just like pick me up and run with me. Like I'm like, I don't like that.
Come here.
But you can. And then they're like, I know you, I trust but there's like other guys like you. And I don't trust them and what they have going on. When I find funny is when everybody just puts their head on top of your head. Like if something we're just like, oh yeah, we can do this. This is fine.
We were at Pride and I was like trying my hardest to get to the front of the barriers because I was like, Taylor, I can't see shit for dick. And so I'm like standing as close to the barriers as possible and there's like kids up front and then I was like, Taylor, I'm not blocking you or anything, right? She's like, I can see directly over your head.
Hilarious. She's like,
Wasn't
no,
even a
girl, don't.
question. Wasn't even a question.
Girl,
And to a degree,
we're
I
not
felt
looking at
so insulted.
we're not even looking at the same plane. When people make videos, they're like, this is what I see as live to what the fuck? How do you reach anything down here?
I think some of the most inconsiderate people you will ever meet is tall people. Because everyone in the environment cannot reach your height, and you know this. Everyone can lean down. Well, not everyone, but if you're in like a work environment, most people can lean down. Most people can hit the lower shelf. I can't hit the top shelf. You are making it, you're so inconsiderate. You never even consider anyone else. You're just like, I'm a freak of nature. Everyone else is too. La-di-da-di-da.
That's what freaking nature means. If someone's 5'7", which is average in the realm of height, they can like they have
Freak.
good reach.
Absolute freaks.
It's so funny. I'm like, I don't know how you get like in the store. Like some of the stuff I'm like, I'm like, oh, I can get to it. But I'm like, how
I
would
don't
I
look
salt if the salt is up here? Does she have to ask somebody to get this? Like, how would you go to that
to a
grocery
degree,
shop?
but I just be climbing shit.
That's terrible. If I like rounded a corner and seen a grown woman climbing a shelf, bag of I
I
would not be
can't
able to
change
take
the
them out.
fact that I'm short. Like I just climb, and there is this thing where I've had ever since I was a child, where asking men for help makes me feel like killing myself. So I do I do make some would say too much of an effort to do shit on my own at times, because there will be at my job there are like dudes who are like taller than me, and it's like, what else is their point except for lifting things and grabbing things? But I'll get a step stool, I'll climb a building, like I don't care what the fuck I gotta do. I'm not asking him. There's
That's
something
so
so
funny.
humiliating about that. I don't know why. It just feels humiliating.
I don't think asking men for help either necessarily, but for a minute, for me at work, I would get mad because I'm a woman. And one time I was complaining to my brother about this, and he sounds like let's work for the same money to me. And like my eyes opened, and I was like, oh, this is true. You think I can't lift anything? Oh, how funny! Looks like you'll just lift everything. That's not making my day harder. Why is that? That's not making my day harder. You're just actively allowing me to get away with parts of my fundamental job that I get paid to do. Or like at work, sometimes dudes don't think I can lift it. And I'm a paramedic. We think like $10 more than the EMTs I work with. And I'm like, hey, they're just letting me skate past. I
Letting me do whatever.
if I'm on double time, I'm making more than double your salary. You're just like letting me get away with this.
To the degree they deserve it. Because if you looked at me and you were like, you're physically weak, you can't do anything, when I know that I can lift that thing, I'm gonna be quite frank. Your assumption is misogynistic, and because of that, you deserve to be doing more stuff. Fuck you.
That's what I'm like.
Fuck you.
I'm like
But
thinking
also, like, don't, because I don't like to be like, don't like, because I don't like to be infantilized, because they treat you like you're like a 12-year-old when they do that shit, and I hate it.
But it's like I know something about it. Like I hate smiles. Like brains open. I'm like, yeah. But wait. I'm thinking like shock when you can like lift anything. Like, gang, you think I like got through like what was it, 16 weeks, 4 months of EMT. Well, I was an EMT for a year of time. During that time I was a paramedic, and now I've been a paramedic for almost 9 months, and I can't handle it. And do you really think that?
It's like, do you think I had a nigga following me around like my labubu? Like, what?
Right. I'm like, yeah, I can live. What?
Is this a
Me, me going through the exact same training. Like, what
It's
do you think
so
is
weird.
happening?
It's like they like exist in an alternate reality.
It's crazy.
Do you are men weird about you getting on ladders?
No, but I also haven't gone on a ladder.
That's fair.
So,
Every single man I've ever worked with, every time I get on a ladder, they're so weird about it. They're like, I can do it, let me do it. And I'm like, nigga, I'm climbing a fucking ladder. Why are you acting like I'm about to go fight combat, like in combat? What is this
right,
personality? What is this thing you're doing where you're pretending like I can't stand straight on an object? It irks me so bad, bro. And I don't know if it's because I'm like on the shorter side, so like me swinging my big thing up there, it just like they're not used to it, they can't understand it. You know, when you see like a big spider instead of a small spider, you're like, no. I don't know if that's what's
right,
throwing people off, or if it's like a general woman thing. Either way, I think it's the most annoying thing someone's like people do. It's so specific too. It's like, I don't know why you're acting like you've never seen a woman on a ladder before. What
right.
is happening? What is there? Sometimes I'm like, is there a stereotype I don't understand here?
Hilarious, right? I'm like, I don't. Also, I have to get rid of my mic because my thing is dying, and we're towards the end. But I'm like, I don't know where you guys are getting this source from. There's nothing in media that's like women should be on ladders. I'm like, where you
Women
like
can't
made
climb ladders.
you're making it up as you go.
They saw that episode of Gunsmoke where old girl swallowed the nails when she was trying to put something up at her house while she was on the ladder. They were like, if a woman climbs a ladder, she will die.
She's gonna die.
She's going to die. I've also like being 20 and then like short is a terrible combo. I'm gonna be this height for the rest of my life, and it does kind of hurt
Yeah,
me in my soul.
you gotta start wearing heels regularly or
I
something.
can't do that. I'm gonna break my neck. I'm gonna literally walk over a corner, snap my neck, and be like, Leo said I'd look cool. That'll be in my obituary. Leah killed me.
Before you guys pick me up, I just want you to like let Leah know.
No, no, don't call the ambulance. Call Leah. She'll get over here. Make her watch.
What happened? Well, I put on those heels you were telling me about.
So you said I only wear heels for special events, and even then I'm just like, I'll just have to be at a permanent height at this.
It's unfortunate. You're just gonna be short forever, and it's okay.
I don't respect my passport and my license say I'm 5 foot to 5'2", and I feel like making the lower end 5 foot's a little fucked up. Just like
At least you're not like 4'11" or something.
it could be worse, but it could be
It can
better.
always be worse.
I say if I was your height, I would be so insufferable.
What do you mean? I don't know what you
I would be
mean. What would
insufferable.
you do?
I just think tall women have all the best traits.
Hilarious.
I just think there's something God did when he was like, let's create tall women, and then he like was like, and then let's make the trolls that walk around them. Let's make the little gnomes that follow them around.
I'm done. I won't participate. You won't trap me like this. You will not trap me like this.
Trap you. I'm not trapping you. I just think
You
long legs, long torso, like reach, chances at the NBA. There's no one who's like, let me get a 5'2" supermodel. It's just not happening. You're too scrunched.
There aren't that love for short girls. You guys do get
There's nothing I can do with a man's love except for ask for money. There's nothing that a man's love will provide for me. No, I hate asking men for money. I hate asking men. I hate asking everyone for money. I'd rather be flayed alive. So I guess there's nothing a man's love can do for me.
Hilarious. People are gonna say that you have like your compact.
Combat? You know, sometimes I ask myself, but I do find men attractive. I do. Sometimes they be cute. I'd be like, the dude came in to fix our ice machine, and I could tell he was into me, and I was like, "You're cute." Like, yeah, maybe.
Hey.
Would I ever indulge that? No. Not in a million years.
There's something special about you, Pony Boy.
Some would say a long line of trauma that I've not figured out yet, somewhere in there. I don't even know what could connect it. Well, my dad was pretty terrible. That'd be fair.
There we go. I was wondering if you could get to that conclusion.
My dad was pretty awful. That's fair. He wasn't the greatest guy ever.
No, he wasn't perfect. He's done some wrong.
He hit women. Which is a very softening of what he did, but we'll just move on. One time his girlfriend set a car on fire. One of his girlfriends. Yeah, one time one of his girlfriends set one of his other girlfriend's cars on fire and went to jail. And then she came back, and my mom was really mad because she didn't want her to know our location because the bitch was crazy. And then my dad got in a knife fight with the neighbor, and she comes up to my mom in the middle of after the knife fight's over, and the cops are like showing up, and she's like, I would never come to I would never come to your house and cause a problem outside of your house. I respect you. But she when she was dating my dad, we were living at our other apartment, she like would come at 6 a.m. and she would repeatedly honk her horn outside of our house for months on end. The bitch was crazy. If anything, I think she was my dad's soulmate.
Wow. You know what? I think that's a perfect sentence to end off on.
Okay. Okay. Goodbye, everyone. Sorry for trauma dumping.